Hello everyone, this is Nick the Man once again. Before I jump into the actual gameplay here, first things first, my apologies for the bit of a hiatus. I've been a bit busy with schoolwork as of late, finals and AP tests rolling around, and as such I've been trying to keep up with video stuff, but just because of some events in real life, it's been a bit tough to do so, I hope you guys haven't been getting too impatient waiting for another video. But this time around, I have something I don't think that I've showcased before. I have a mixed red armored deck to show off. Um, it's an entertaining deck. There might be stronger tank-focused decks out there, but I feel it's a solid deck. It's an entertaining deck. I'm not the best with it, but I wanted to give it a try for you guys on video. Anyways, so we're gonna purchase a CV for Fedor. Open up with a fob because we have the Buratino in the deck, and we're not gonna get very much mileage out of it if we don't have the fob. I think an armored CV's prudent on a map like this when you don't have an infantry CV that you can stuff into a forest. Um, I think I might actually do something a little bit unconventional, because I feel it's a lot easier to reinforce this side early game. If you can take control of Gregory in center, you're much more likely to be actually able to lock down that area of the map. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up with a heavier tank force for the right side of the map and see if I can take control of just take control of that area. Man pads plus some PGZ 80 should be able to deal with any helo threats. It's not going to do much in the way of anything against jets, but it should be sufficient for our needs in that area. And I think it'll probably be enough infantry, actually. So we'll send that over towards Gregory in center. We have our wheeled CV for the left side over here. I want to get some infantry just to stuff them in the town. And we will get some recon. We'll also get an Alouette too. You know what? I think we're actually going to hold on to the points that we would spend on that. And we're going to buy an L17K at the second game tick and fly that out. And if he opens up with a CV in a helo, we'll see if we can dive that. Otherwise, it'll be just a little bit more insurance for our tanks on the right flank. So we can prevent him from just diving our tanks with an ATGM plane without ASF support. Just make it that much harder for him to actually get an investment together to deal with him. The other thing that is rather nice about the deck, playing this deck in particular at the moment, is because I've been playing a lot of mixed red airborne. That's what a lot of my opponents have been expecting recently and have been setting up in anticipation of myself playing with that deck. Get the recon squad in that building over there. Pretty standard location. I'm probably gonna... Oh, right, L17. But pretty normal to put reconnaissance in that building. We'll get this BMP over here on the left side a bit. That'll be our ATGM vehicle for zoning out his infantry. Get these BVPs in there, unload, and we'll march our infantry up in that section. Move this that way to the right. Z9A, he's playing Red Dragons. That's interesting. Able to take out a recon squad there, I presume. And I believe he either has he'll probably be running the 100-point ASF or the 150-point ASF, so I think we're probably good to move this around for a little bit. I think he doesn't have any aircraft, though, so I'm just going to evac that. No need to have it loiter. If he is playing Red Dragons, though, it means he's not going to have very sufficient ATGM planes, really. Really one of the weaker points of this. Why are... Okay. I think I must have fucked up. And I also could have sworn I gave those guys an unload command before that missile hit. But not a huge deal, I think. But that recon vehicle was definitely meant to go over here to this flank, and I don't know if something is up with. Yeah, these were okay. Well, I guess we'll roll with it. But that was most certainly not intentional. We need a recon tank out there for the far left. I think we actually want to get some. I'll get this out again. Dive that. Get a single PGZ for now, and then some more infantry for that area. I'm gonna get this back actually. He has recoilless rifles in position. Well, it should still be difficult for him to push in over here. It looks like he has been able to actually manage the recon over there that he called in. I'm gonna get just a squad of infantry over here for that area, because it's a very common place for people to try to push in. But we should just be able to march that through that area. And it looks like we're going to be able to take control of the right sectors quite easily. And he's not pushing up aggressively over here in Dmitry, which is very, very good for us. I think I want to get something in middle, though, to prevent him from just rolling. Ooh, that's bombers, just bombers. Really want to kill the CTQ if we can. A lot of my transports, my infantry is mostly spread out behind them just because I unloaded them a little bit early. The recon tank goes down. It's good. Panzerovichny should do a good job of killing the Lee Ren there. Their launchers are quite effective in that situation. He's creeping his infantry up. I think we're gonna get Crotals infantry. Get some proletariat for that area, as well as some cheaper tanks, I think. I want to keep these Lee Ren alive if we can. I think we actually want to set these up in such a way the spread this infantry out. Actually get our AA up. Is our manpad dead? Yeah, we have very little AA over there. Be a good idea to get more AA. Recon tank over there. It's 90-point tank over there. I think we will see about pushing back into this corner of Dmitry from our current location. Pull this tank back if we can. Put these BVPs onto the side for fire support. Get this PGZ back. And I think I actually want to get a mortar and smoke off this section if we can. There we go. And that's the issue with expensive ATGM vehicles. Panzerovichny should do a good job here, though, I feel. Get, heavy tank. I'm gonna get this ASF out shortly. So I want to prevent him from side-shotting this T-72. But vehicles have actually been doing quite a nice job over here. Crotals. We're getting in kind of towards the more vulnerable sector back here. That's kind of undefended. And there's his bombers again. There's a lot of JH-7s. Oof. And he actually manages to get a very nice crit on our L-17, and it's going to go down, but we should be able to kill this HQ-7 here. There we go. And I think we may need to get a more expensive ASF in just a moment. And it looks like we may have lost all the infantry that we had intended to send into there. which is highly unfortunate. I'm gonna get these ChOpSeR out to meat shield and get this ZTQ to fire, so we can actually kill it here. Turn off the gun, use the ATGM, and this tank should go down before it can get off another shot. There we go, perfect. This tank is spotted, so he has reconnaissance in there. Get these units spread out a bit. Let's get a manpad. And he actually has gone and purchased his ATGM planes now. So I think air superiority is going to be one of our concerns here. And so we're going to purchase this MiG now. Let's see, this over here. I'm going to put this infantry squad in that building and get this BVP back into an area like that. Pensarovichny survived, which is good. But yeah, we still have very, very good map control on this point, and I think we're in a very good spot. We can move these units up and across, advance the recon up a bit, get you up, get you forward. But a second ASF might not be a bad idea, because if he wants to keep, I think he has like 4 or 5 planes active at the moment. If he wants to keep those active, he's going to purchase a second ASF soon. Yeah, and that's the ATGM vehicle. Actually uses the missile on a rather unimportant target there, the BVP, and it gets out regardless without taking any damage. That's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that. I think we can move this tank up. Let's say vehicle's gonna be, that's not good. Even that building. I think we can actually try to take back this sector over here using these VTTs as fire support for the infantry that we have present. But we really need to get up that other ASF shortly, I think, if we want to stop this kind of bombing campaign. The building, you back. These Zeds are panicked, but not going down. I'm gonna get this other ASF up. I need to stop those bombers some way. Ooh. Cheap ASFs, that's interesting. It's more just going to be irritating because of the amount of time it's going to take me to reload. We may be able to kill the CV there. I'm going to get a recon helo. Infantry squad over there on the left side. Get this ASF up. See if I can get our infantry in position to kill this CV there. Get this tank in position to intercept. And I think we may be able to take out this. We'll go for the one on the right, actually. We'll shoot down that JH-7 as well. Get this tank forward, move this infantry up. I think at this point I really just need to stop floating so many points and get some infantry in while he's having trouble getting stuff back into position. I think I actually need to pull this T-72 back. I'm actually gonna lay down some smoke for it, and hopefully we can keep it alive. But I think our ASF is actually going to be the aircraft that's going to keep that. So move our ChOpSeR up, move the tank up. I think I really just need aircraft with more long-range missiles. We can hurt those JH-7s, but in such large numbers, they're very troublesome to deal with. I'd like to kill this HQ-7 that's just in the open there. I think we're going to need another tank. It looks like we may have been able to kill his Boris CV. And these VTTs are actually... Ooh. He's going to need a hit with both to kill it, and he does, of course. Yeah. Unfortunate. Just bad luck, but I'm not gonna get salty about that because my tank was in the open there, and he did have line of sight, and he did have the proper counter on hand for it. So props to him. So he does manage to get a CV back. He may have just marched infantry back into like this area down below the ridge. I think we should be able to clear out this Lee Ren. Get these ASFs up. Might not be a bad. Ooh. I'm gonna get some of these PGZs up again. It's used at least 2 of its missiles now. Get some more of these man. We'll get a man pad up, and we'll send one over to the other flank as well. These squads of infantry out. And I think we're probably going to start buying CVs soon. Get these ASFs to go kill this tank. Reverse the tank, and hopefully he won't be able to kill it before we kill his JH-7 over there. And now we're flying over his AA, but I don't think it should be a huge deal. I'm going to evac those, and hopefully we won't lose any more. This HQ-7 is spotted, and we have Melyutka's on the way, but we lose line of sight. And he actually manages to kill all of them there. At this point, though, I really don't think there's very much he can do to stop us. I'm going to start getting CVs to cap out, I think. WZ is moderately concerning. And our T-72 will actually be able to kill this WZ if we're not unlucky like that. Now, you know what? I think that was actually not luck. That was me having it on attack move instead of stopped. And so once he reversed a significant amount, all he had to do was halt. And now that we're in range, we will stop. And hopefully we'll hit this shot before he does, and we miss. And so we're going to lose our tank there. Still, though, I don't think it's a huge deal. Unfortunate? Yes. Avoidable? Yeah. But, he now has absolutely nothing holding Elena, Dmitri, Center, or Gregory. We've pushed him all the way back into Boris. We've thrown him completely off guard, and we have complete map control. And I don't think that there is an easy way for this guy back into this game. I think that if he continues to eliminate our vehicles in such a manner, it will be problematic. But now he has just a ridiculous amount of points invested into ATGM vehicles. I think we're probably just going to get on a C-25T and kill those because they're spotted in the open. They're not going to last him very long if he continues to use them in such a manner. We do need to get more infantry up, though. We are actually kind of low on infantry already. Move this back. Actually just marching in this WZ way too close here. Oh, don't want to get any of you guys side-shotted. If we can avoid that. I think we should be able to take this town back from the lee ren with this infantry here, though. We have enough that it should be able to overwhelm his defenses. Let's see if we can take down that HQ7. We might be able to kill this JH7 as well. If we can do that. There we go. Now he's lost, I think, 4 of his bombers. It's going to get an L-17. Yeah, and there we go. There's the surrender. Even though we only have a very marginal amount of point advantage over him, we are considerably ahead of him in the ground game. Actually, you know what? He actually managed to kill our tank there, so maybe he's not as out of it as he thinks he is. I wouldn't blame him if he continues after killing that. It's not a small loss. He has a heavy tank of his own over here, but we have line of sight and we have the means to deal with it. So I'm not worried about that either. As long as we maintain line of sight, I think we're good. Yep, and it moved out of cover. It goes down there to the SG-25T. Now, if we can do the same to this WZ-550, it'd be great, but not too worried about it still. We get our ASFs out to make sure he can't deal with ours. Napalm MLRS, I believe. Yeah, he's not going to accomplish much with it. Yeah, and there's the surrender. Closer in kills than I would have originally thought, but that was probably just because of the several sloppy tank losses towards the end of that. But even then, they still paid themselves off immensely. Well, this game was a little bit short, but I hope it was still entertaining for you folks, and helped showcase a little bit of a fun deck that I've been toying around with recently. Till next time, folks.